knife I shoved in his chest. I do believe I even managed to pierce that bastard's icy little heart. The bureau's moving in. Kane's voice was barely a whisper as he alerted her to the cavalry moving in. Thorsten's wounded but breathing. As he spoke, Diane pulled the lever. Well, she's pulling that pistol out again, isn't she? I told you. Okay. As he spoke, Diane pulled the laser pistol from her back and pointed it at Malcolm's heart as she activated it. Liza, run, she ordered, her voice heavy, resigned. Diane was going to kill him. Liza could sense it. Unfortunately, Malcolm wasn't the only one there, and that laser pistol would only get perhaps one shot off before those coyotes descended on her like rabid dogs. Stay in place, Kane spoke softly, warningly. Keep her there. Where? Liza forced disbelief to fill her voice. Have you noticed there are 4 coyotes here, lady? Does it look like I have a chance? One of those coyotes grinned. A tilt of his lips that covered the curved canines had her gaze sharpening on him. There was something in his gazes that met hers. Amusement, definitely, but perhaps also a hint of a wink. Was he flirting? Or was there something more there? The first one that moves will die, Diane snapped as she spared a glance back at her. Now get the hell out of here. If she runs, one of us will chase, the lead coyote murmured with an irrepressible grin. We can't resist it. It's like a dog with a ball. We just have to fetch. He wagged his brows playfully. He was definitely flirting, but there was also a sense, a slight edge of reassurance. What the hell was going on here? Malcolm, where did you find your coyotes? Diane asked with insulting disbelief. They're fucking crazy. They're fucking effective, Malcolm snapped back. They caught your ass, didn't they? Liza wondered just how true that was. Where's your mate, little warrior? The coyote murmured silkily as his dark gray eyes danced in amusement. I can smell his mark on you and it's fresh. You know, he gets his hands on you and he's going to show you exactly how a breed punishes disobedient little mates. The mating mark. Liza had seen it on her friend Isabella's lower neck. The information Kane had that Diane Browen was Law Justice's mate was evidently true. Go to hell, Diane rasped furiously. The coyote grimaced back at her. Oh, come on, it's just hot there. And my AC doesn't even make a dent. Let's try for something cooler. Liza stared back at him in complete disbelief as she realized Diane's expression mirrored her own. Craig, the comedian, Liza murmured as she restrained the urge to roll her eyes. Yeah, all before breakfast, Diane sighed. I think I might be nauseous. I warned you not to bring him, Malcolm. Another coyote spoke up from behind the one standing carefully between the coyotes and her and Diane. He's going to start playing his incessant games again. Loki, stop playing the fucking horn dog. Malcolm snapped back at the flirting creature. We're here to kidnap a breed mate, not see if we can seduce her. I'm still maturing. The coyote shrugged with a cold, far too experienced, far too cruel expression of displeasure as the one behind him almost smiled in response. He has about as much common sense as his brother Farce had, another drawled. Remember what happened to him, Loki? The wrong end of a feline weapon, I believe. Liza had a feeling there was nothing playful or flirtatious about the 4 breeds, but there was definitely something going on that they weren't revealing to the lone human with them. Liza, go, Diane hissed again. We'll just chase her. The taller, broader coyote behind Loki reached into his pocket and pulled a cigar free. With lazy amusement, he holstered his weapon before lighting the tip, sending the scent of tobacco to fill the early morning air. Diane turned to Malcolm, leaving Liza to stare at her back and to try to decipher the expression on her face from her tone of voice. I'll kill you first. Malcolm smiled complacently. No, Diane, you won't, he assured her. Because if you do, then when these coyotes finish their own mission and take your friend, then she'll have no one to at least try to protect her. And I think you know what will happen to her then. You have only one shot. That leaves 4 coyotes for her to deal with. Do you think she'll survive? For a second, the briefest second, a memory surfaced. It wasn't a flashback. It wasn't a remembered nightmare. It was a memory out of place, one she knew couldn't possibly be hers. The memory was of watching a group of coyote soldiers descend on what she knew was a lone male soldier. Clenching her fists and breathing in slow, deep and just as quickly, it was gone as though it had never been. But it had been, it had been there, just as several others had been in the past weeks. The heaviness that settled in her chest was like a crushing weight. Keep them talking, Kane ordered. Help is almost there. We'd better damn well hurry. Things weren't looking real good here, in her opinion. I'd rather fight, Liza whispered behind her, hoping to distract the other woman from doing anything that would hinder their chances of surviving before that help arrived. Diane nodded slowly. Do you have a weapon? A knife. That's all I have. Liza forced regret to fill her voice. Diane drew in a hard, deep breath. Don't let them take you. It would be far better to use that knife on yourself than to be captured by them. Once they come for me, run for the hotel. Breeds will be looking for me. They'll take care of you. I'm surprised, Miss Berlin, the sandy-haired, mocking coyote drawled as he moved ahead of the flirtatious one. Smoke curled lazily from the cigar clenched between his teeth as his gray eyes gleamed wickedly. I've heard of your mate. I'm shocked he's not at your side facing us with that prick-ass attitude of his. Or did he do as he always swore he would and run the other way the minute he realized he was mated? He was only delayed a bit, Diane assured him. More like expecting her to be the good girl and stay in their bed rather than heading out to save this little bitch. Malcolm waved his gun in Liza's direction. How did you know we were coming for her, Diane? That was something Liza would like to know herself. She just hoped Kane was able to do what he was so good at and read between the lines of this little conversation for the information he was searching for. She remained carefully still as Diane stepped back protectively to cover her, the weapon in her hand never moving from Malcolm. Poor Malcolm, Diane drawled with forced amusement. Get ready, Kane murmured. Reinforcements are easing in. They're there, just being careful. His updates were all that was keeping her sane at the moment. Her heart was pounding against her chest, racing at a terrified pace and tightening her throat with panic. Malcolm scowled as the coyote with the cigar chuckled wickedly. Sounds like a challenge to me, little man. Geez, could this crew get any more ridiculous? She was beginning to doubt it. Shut the fuck up, Malcolm snapped, his face flushing a brick red as his eyes glittered with fury. No one asked you. No one had to ask me. The coyote gave a low, amused laugh once again. She's cute as hell, Malcolm. And she can kick Malcolm's ass to hell and back, Diane assured them all. He knew he would have to face me. She nodded to Malcolm. He didn't come for the girl, he came for me. The coyote turned his head to Malcolm. That true? Malcolm's lips tightened angrily. 2 birds with 1 stone, right? She got her uncle killed, and she got his second-in-command killed, so she and that bastard Thor could take over the team. I told you I wanted blood. That wasn't the mission, he was reminded. Diane chuckled. It was a forced sound of amusement, but it was amused nonetheless. Poor coyote, she sighed. For little old me, that scared of me, Malcolm? His jaw bunched, his hands clenching on his weapon. If you want me, come fight me, she suggested with a laugh. I dare you. Every coyote there seemed to perk up. 1,000 on the girl, the leader murmured. Shut the fuck up, dog, Malcolm raged furiously. I got your 1,000 on the prick there. He has muscle where she doesn't. Loki took the bet before turning to the other 2. But, mongrel, you 2 in? 1,000 on the girl, gray eyes took him up on it. 1,000 on the prick, the last one accepted the bet. Malcolm was shaking with fury. Diane smiled in anticipation. Knives or fists, she asked, knowing his strengths as well as his weaknesses. You fucking whore, he snarled. Take the challenge or walk away, dog snapped. We won't take her without the fight. I win, we walk away, she demanded as she kept her eyes on Malcolm. Liza couldn't believe this. They were betting her safety, her freedom on a fucking fight. We've got this, Kane promised as Liza fought to breathe. Bureau breeds have you all covered. Just be ready to roll when they pull you out. We'll capture one of the coyotes when this is over and interrogate him. Liza stared at the tablet around her, wondering just how often breeds turn danger into a joke. She didn't particularly like this joke. The dog's smile was clearly anticipatory, but he smiled easily. Whip his ass and you walk. He whips yours, you run. How's that? Diane gave a firm, sharp nod as she smiled at